If this isn't ground for protesting, then I really do not know what is. Like, recently Roblox announced an update where they'd be charging 2D clothing for premium. What I mean is that in order to publish 2D clothing and keep them on sale, you need to have an active premium subscription, like $10 to $20 to subscription, which is really a terrible update, right? Because it makes not only publishing them but keeping them up expensive. So it's not like you can just pay premium and then cancel it and just to keep your clothing up. You need to continue paying Roblox monthly just to keep them up. Like, this is an objectively terrible change, right? I'm just gonna read out the key takeaways real quick. So, the key changes: 1. Publishing 2D clothing will require an active premium 10,000 or 2,200 subscription. 2. 2D uploads for personal use will require an upload fee similar to 3D. And 3. 3D upload fees are being reduced. Purchased 2D clothing will not change as part of this. These changes will go into effect today. Okay, so the thing I want to mention is that I don't really have a problem with the upload fee. Like with the 2D, with the t-shirts, right? T-shirts no longer being free, I think that's definitely a problem because it really limits customizability for users, right? It limits the potential for free users to have their own form of customizability and or identity. I really have a problem. I kind of have a problem with it, but there are far more problems in that I'll need to get into. I just want to mention that this video is gonna be completely unscripted because I'm very lazy, and instead what I'm gonna opt into doing would be to have a printed paper full of screenshots and have some annotations just to help me compose what I need to say. So yeah, because of that, there will be tons of stuttering into this because I really cannot bother writing a script right now. I just need to, but I really need to talk about this because this update is genuinely terrible. So yeah, what I'd like to mention is that I really feel, but yeah, you need to already pay to upload shirts and pants. This is honestly this should be enough, right, to publish your clothing. However, the fact that you need premium not only just to publish your clothing, but to keep them up in sale, that's a terrible update. It's literally greedy. And if anything, it feels more like a targeted attack on 2D clothing, right? Because that way it would make it so that people feel less motivated in. That way it make keeping these clothings up as a financial risk for these catalog creators, right? And because of that, it will make these clothings far more inaccessible. I mean, limited, straight up limited. It's an objectively bad update. What's also mentioned is that the upload fee for 3D avatar items has been reduced from 750 Robux to 300 Robux, which I think is a good thing. However, the fact that they're making the conditions for 2D catalog items more demanding than they used to be, but making 3D catalog items less demanding, right? It makes me feel like that this is an attack. This is a direct attack on Roblox avatars. I really feel like this is a direct attack on 2D clothing, because I remember during the during the controversy of the removal of classic faces, right? like a transcript was leaked that went on about how Roblox wanted everyone to wear classic clothing. Okay, that sucks. But yeah, like a transcript was revealed, right, where they wanted to like phase out like 2D clothing, right, which is an objectively bad change, honestly. Like it's straight up foul. And honestly, it's a really objectively bad change, which would be very catastrophic for users' avatars, right? I really did not see them going through with that at all. Like I really don't see them going through with this change at all. Like I think this was way too ambitious for Roblox to really remove, cause like they cannot do that without so much broken physics, right? And like they can't do that without Roblox breaking, basically. Like even if they were to ignore the controversy regarding it, it would it would break Roblox. In fact, when this document was revealed, right? When this transcript was leaked, right? Roblox ended up going on to damage control, right? Where they had to like deny them removing R6 in favor of R15. And they also had to like deny removing 2D clothing, right? Wait, hold on, like this was even mentioned in the FAQ where, right, which I'll read. Does this mean 2D clothing is being phased out? And like, they even address that it won't mean that 2D clothing would be phased out, right? Because that, I just don't really know how to, like, put them in thoughts. Like, but yeah, they mentioned it in the blog post that they won't be removing 2D clothing, but rather that they'd stay. Okay, so like, okay, yikes. How am I gonna like explain to you? Cause I won't be able to call her. But yeah, anyways. But yeah, it's a good thing that they address whether or not 2D clothing will be phased out, right? Because if anything, this update seems like a targeted attack on Roblox's on 2D clothing, honestly. It just sucks. Wait, no, I think I'll have to like go there because like being in the locus is what I just. Okay, nice avatar, honestly. Okay, this one looks sick, honestly. But yeah, anyways, right? The fact that they're addressing the fact that they said that they won't be removing 2D clothing from Roblox, right? It's a good thing because they're taking themselves accountable. Although this could easily change and they may not really keep up with their promise. Cause like back in 2025, some Roblox staff member promised to like preserve the classic faces, but like, well, guess what happened? But like, you see what they went. Man, this ID chat update really sucks because I can't really tell if I'm recording a video. But yeah, it's a good thing that they announced. It's a good thing that they mentioned this part of the blog because like it's very important information and basically addresses that. Basically, just reiterates on what they've announced previously to show that they're gonna keep their promise. But whether or not they keep their promise or not in the long term is debatable. But like, I really doubt they. So like, I think that's literally what they mean when they were gonna like not remove 2D clothing. So yeah, I think that's what they mean when they said that they were not going to remove 2D clothing. Instead, rather they just make them far more inaccessible. Yeah, which is a big yikes. Like, dang. But yeah, like I think this is what they meant. Like they were just going to loophole it instead, and like I think what they meant was that they were just going to loophole that promise, right? By instead of removing classic clothing, they're just gonna make them inaccessible for users to buy. Like That's what I'm literally seeing happen, basically, right? So yeah, that's literally what I'm seeing is happening, basically, which is really outright terrible, like honestly. So yeah, I feel like if anything, this update feels more like a loophole to the promise of not removing 2D clothing, right? Like instead of opting them out entirely, they went ahead and made them very expensive to sustain, right? Right? Like this update is not just going to be limited to new clothing, but it will literally target millions of decade-old clothing. That's literally what's going to be targeted. And it's literally a bad, like, it's objectively a bad thing, honestly. Like, if anything, like, it's literally a form of cultural desecration, too. Like, woo, that save is good. So yeah, like if anything, this update is literally a form of cultural erasure, cause like it will mean taking all these decade old shirts and pants off sale, right? Just so new users won't be able to purchase them and purchase them. Like it's clear that this update is a loophole with the promise of not removing 2D clothing. That's what I genuinely believe. Like, there's no way it isn't a loophole, right? And the fact that it's also an attack on 2D clothing is also that it's an attack on ancient clothing, like decade-old clothing, right? It's proven when they say what happens to my published items if my premium subscription lapses. Similar to 3D assets, if your subscription lapses, your published items will be taken off sale. You'll need to manually put them back on sale once your subscription is renewed. No new fees will be required, right? Manually put them back on sale once your subscription is renewed. So, like, I just feel like that even if they were to, like, remove this classic, like, even if they were to, like, say, install this update, but then remove this update later on, right? Like those decade-old 2D clothings that were there will still be off sale because those shirts and pants published by ancient Roblox developers they won't be available anymore, which is the thing. They won't be available anymore because like those catalog creators won't really be there anymore to like put them on sale again. So yeah, it's literally a direct attack on 2D clothes. Like I really think that this is a direct attack on Roblox, and not just 2D clothing, but like I don't think this is just a direct attack on 2D clothing, but the Roblox identity in general. It's clear that they've made it so that they want less people wearing all these catalogs that define Roblox, basically. Those blocky style which they want to like try and opt out and encourage more people to use those humanoid or those flops, like those Lankard, basically. I think that's literally what they want to do. I think it's also important to know that these fees also exist for 3D clothing, right? In fact, the fees for 3D items, right? That being accessories and 3D clothing, right? The requirements are far more harsher than for 2D clothing, cause like unlike 2D clothing, you'd have to like do ID verification for uploading them, which I think meaning that you don't have any anonymity when uploading these assets, which I honestly think is not really that too bad, cause like, well, these will definitely prevent bad actors. In fact, even the attack on 2D clothing would prevent bad actors, right? Because like it will prevent those shader t-shirts being added. Like, if you don't get what I mean, like, you know those 6-pack t-shirts and those belly shaders, like, ew, what the fuck are they? But yeah, when it comes to 3D items, the requirements are far more harsher, cause like, you also need premium to publish them and keep them on sale, right? However, the difference between 3D clothing and 2D clothing is that 2D clothing were there for over a decade, meaning that over a decade of history will be removed, will be inaccessible as a result of these changes. I think it's clear to know that. I think it's clear to note that these changes, that these items will be kept in our inventory, so that's a good thing. Meaning that the shirt I have right now, I'll be able to keep it in my inventory and wear it whenever I like, which is definitely a good thing. However, the problem is, right, I literally made some avatars on catalog avatar creators, which I'll maybe show you after editing this video, but like, I literally want to make a set of avatars, right, which I'll eventually buy once I end up getting the Robux for it, right? But like, if their creators aren't going to be subscribing to premium for it, then what's the point, right? The chances are these items I've gotten, right, they're not really going to be very sustainable to buy, honestly. They're not really gonna be sustainable to like keep on sale. Like, it really just sucks, cause like, now my dream avatars are just gonna be off sale now. Like, you get what I mean. I won't be able to buy them again, like, fuck. Like, literally limiting the catalog marketplace by doing that. Like, fuck you, Roblox. Legitimately fuck you. Like, I'm sorry, but yeah, now I really think we've talked about it enough. When it comes to 3D clothing, the requirements are far more harsher, but even then, and even with the reduction... Wait, what? How the fuck did I get that? Okay, whatever. Even with the reduction of... Okay, looks like I'm lagging. To 300 Robux, the requirements are still far more harsher than it is with 2D clothing, right? So maybe to say it's an attack on Roblox culture would be a bit too much of a... would be quite an understatement. Like, would be an exaggeration. Sorry, I may be saying shit wrong, cause like, really suck at talking. I stutter a lot, basically, without a script. But even then, I still think it's an attack on Roblox culture, cause like, it makes decades of clothing inaccessible for literally everybody. Those users that uploaded those 2D clothing, right, like years or if not decades ago, that are now inactive, right? They won't be there to like be purchasing premium just to like keep those clothings on sale. Like, it's really not that sustainable. Like, even if they were active, would they really be buying premium just to keep those shirts up? Like 10 or 20, like the minimum price of $10 a month to keep them up. We're literally in an economy where we're just straight up struggling to make ends meet. So like, I really doubt that this would be... So like, it's not like they'd be willing to keep these shirts and pants on sale if it means another subscription hogging up their money, hogging up their wallet. But yeah, with that in mind, like, it's literally a financial risk. Now, with all that said, I really think this should be grounds for protesting. Like, if this is not a sign that we need to start physically protesting Roblox, then I really don't know what is. We literally had Cookie Run Kingdom players, right, physically protest dev sisters, right, renting out trucks to protest. Like, we literally have them renting protest trucks for it. If they could do that, like, why not Robloxians? Roblox needs to, like, Robloxians need to start physically protesting the Roblox HQ. That's, like, the most effective way for Roblox to start listening to us. Like, I can't really do that, of course, because, like, I don't live in San Mateo. I literally live all the way in London, so fuck you. Like, so, like, physically protesting Roblox is out of bounds for me. I can't really do anything about that. However, if you live in San Mateo, please start physically protesting Roblox. Please organize protests on Roblox for this. Please. Rent out the trucks. Like, legitimately just start renting out trucks for this. Like, I promise you, it's gonna be worth it if you do. Like, I think it'd be worth it. Cause, like, it will bring far more attention into this and maybe, like, decide that, maybe this update is not a good idea. Seriously, like, the louder the voices are, the more willing Roblox is willing to listen. They're not listening to feedback on Twitter or anything, right? And the March blackout, which some users were talking about, apparently, and I never really heard about it until later, until after it was supposed to happen. Like, I've never heard that would have happened, like, blah blah blah, fuck it. Yeah, that failed, right? Right, because of that, the only way Roblox could actually listen to us is if we were to physically protest. But yeah, with that said, I think I've said enough, honestly. And I'm just gonna, like, just straight up end the video here. So with that said, farewell, adios, and sayonara.